science.
Too far. Oh, sorry. Hello and welcome to Mad Morgan's Science Show. Today we're going to be learning about where the sun is, what the sun is, why we have night and day, and why time never stops. Oh, it's time for Mad Morgan's 5 Fun Fast Facts. Number 1. Over 1 million Earths could fit inside the sun. Number 2. It takes 8 minutes for light to reach the Earth from the sun. Number 3. Temperature inside the sun can reach 15 million degrees Celsius. Number 4. The sun is classified as a yellow dwarf star. Number 5. There wouldn't be any life on Earth without the sun. The sun causes seasons, currents in the ocean, weather and climates. It's time for the experiment. We're going to be making your very own sundial. Sundials were used by people long ago to tell the time, back before the iPhone was invented. It uses shadows cast by the sun to tell what hour it is. Ready? Let's get making! To make your very own sundial, you will need a piece of paper, a plate, 2 markers, a big ball of blue tack, a custard tart. No, this is for lunch. Sorry. First thing you need to do is get your paper and draw around your plate. Next, grab the big ball of blue tack and press it firmly onto the paper in the middle of the circle. And last thing you need to do is take one of the markers and stick it really firmly into the middle of the blue tack. Okay everybody, it's time to get your shades on and head outside. Okay, now we're outside, you need to put that sundial somewhere sunny and somewhere it's not going to blow away. The pen should cast a shadow on the clock, so you need to get your other pen and draw a line over that shadow. Label that line with the time, and do this every hour until you have a complete sundial. But what are you going to do to fill all that time? You can enjoy a good book, eat your custard tart. What? It's lunch.
You could take a nap.
What? Don't film this!
Sorry.
Oh, well that was cool. But why does it work? Well, the shadows appear to move because the sun stands still whilst the earth rotates. Night falls when we rotate so far that we're facing away from the sun. Oh, it looks like we're all out of time, but I'll see you again next week. Useful signs. Sun. You try. Sun. Earth. You'll go. Earth. Rotate. Your turn. Rotate. Shadow. You'll go. Shadow. Time. You try. Time.
Cooking.
Hello everyone and welcome to Super Seren's cooking show. Today we're going to be making some out of this world fruit rockets. Did you know that the first rocket was invented in China in 1100 AD and they used them as fireworks? But it wasn't until the 1940s that we tried to get people into space. Before we make anything though, we need to wash our hands. To make your fruit rockets, you will need grapes, a melon, strawberries, blueberries, a butter knife, and Marmite. Oh, Marmite! I like Marmite. For this next next bit, you need to make sure a grown-up is there to help. You need to take one strawberry and cut the green head off. Like so. Next, we need to slice up the melon. The melon is going to form the bottom of the rocket. So what you need to do is cut it in half. Then you place the bottom of the flat side down and slice like so. Now we have to cut the shape into the melon. It needs to be a big triangle. Your melon should look like this. It can also be a tasty snack. Don't eat all of it. When you've cut your triangles out, put them in a bowl and put the rest away in the fridge for later. Next, I need to go and get the skewers. Ooh, strawberry. I like strawberries. They won't miss one. Oh, oops. Oh, I better hide. Right, so I've got my skewer. Where did the strawberry go? I'll have to cut another one. There we go. Now comes the most exciting bit. Putting together the rocket. So first, you need your triangle of melon. And you need to get your skewer and then very carefully pierce through the middle. Like so. And then slide it to the end of the skewer. This is the bottom of the rocket. Next, you need your grapes and your blueberries. And you're going to do the same with them, one by one. Now you can do this in any pattern you like. I'm using red and green grapes. And a blueberry. Did you see anyone? Oh, must have been my imagination then. Right, blueberry. And then another grape, I think. And then a red grape. And another blueberry. Now, it wouldn't be much of a rocket without the tip. So, going to get your strawberry and put that on top. And there you have it, a fruit skewer that looks exactly like a rocket. Oh, Sloth, was it you? Yes. Would you like a fruit rocket? Yes, please. Here you go. Thank you. Useful signs. Rocket. You try. Rocket. Fruit. Your go. Fruit. Chop. Your turn. Chop.
Warning! Dad joke alert!
Why couldn't the astronaut fit in the shuttle? Because there wasn't any space.
Get moving!
Hello everybody and welcome to Get Moving. This week we're going to be learning a space dance. Who's ready to learn a dance? Okay, first move we're going to do is called the rocket. So you're going to bend your knees, clap your hands together and you're going to reach up to the stars. Ready? Your turn. Bend your knees, clap your hands and reach up. The second move we're going to do is fly in our rocket. So arms out to the side and make really big circles. Ready? You try. Fantastic! Oh no! Watch out for the meteorites! Woo! Okay, the third move we're going to do is spacewalking. So you want to get your knees really high and you're going to walk really slowly. Ready? Your turn. Knees up nice and high. Good job. Okay, the next move is hiding from the aliens. So what you're going to do is you're going to bend down really low, put your hands on your knees, and you're going to duck your head. Ready? You try. One more. Fantastic. Okay, and the last move we're going to do is reaching for the stars. So you're going to reach to one side with your hands and you're going to flick up that other foot, like this. You try. Fantastic job. Let's get dancing. Okay, to get this rocket moving, we need to run as quick as we can. That's it, quick as you can. And here we go, into the rocket. And now we're going to fly. Oh, watch out for the meteors. Woo! And let's land. Okay, time for spacewalking. Get those knees up really high. Oh no, there's aliens. Right, now we need to hide. Okay, ready? And hide. And hide. And hide. And hide. I think they've gone. Okay, time to reach for the stars. Are you ready? Great job, everybody. And don't forget to stay hydrated. Useful signs. Dance. You try. Dance. Astronaut. Your turn. Astronaut. Stars. You try. Stars.
Nature.
Every star you see in the night sky tells its own story. Stories of love, battles and monsters. For years, humans have charted the stars and looked for pictures in the sky. When we group the stars together to make these pictures, it's called a constellation. All of these constellations have names and stories of their own. Let me tell you about some of the most famous ones. Orion is easy to spot by the 3 stars dotted close together in the middle of the constellation. This is Orion's belt. Orion was a hunter who boasted that he could kill every wild animal on the earth. This upset Gaia, the goddess of the earth, and so she sent a giant scorpion to defeat Orion. Her plan worked, but the goddess Artemis loved her friend Orion and so put his picture in the night sky. Cassiopeia is easy to recognize from its W shape, and it is named after a vain and boastful queen. She boasted that she was far more beautiful than the sea nymphs. This enraged them, and so they asked Poseidon to punish her. He sent a sea monster to ravage her kingdom, but she was saved by the hero Perseus. Perseus was a hero in Greek mythology who was famous for defeating the Gorgon Medusa. Medusa had snakes for hair, and one look from her could turn you into stone. Perseus sits next to Andromeda in the night sky. She was his wife, and they had a big family together. Hercules earned his place in the night sky by killing the dragon Ladon, who guarded the garden of Hesperides. The dragon is represented by the constellation Draco. During his life, Hercules also killed the Nemean lion, destroyed the Hydra, and was sent to the gates of the underworld to fetch the 3-headed hound of hell, Cerberus. Ursa Minor is better known as the Little Dipper, or the Little Bear, and it looks sort of like a frying pan. Ursa Major is the Big Dipper, and the Big Bear. Ursa Major is the largest northern constellation, and the 3rd largest constellation in the sky. Both of these constellations come from the same story, as they are mother and son. Zeus changed a mortal woman, Callisto, into a bear and cast her into exile. Many years passed, and then one day her son Arcas came across her whilst hunting in the wood. He lifted his bow to shoot her, but Zeus intervened and changed him into a little bear so he could recognize her. They both now have a place in the night sky.
Warning! Dad joke alert!
Why is Buzz Lightyear so good at maths? Because he can count to infinity and beyond!
adventure!
This week in culture, we are going to be learning about the piano and show you how to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. The piano has 52 white keys and 36 black keys. Each key makes a sound at a different pitch. We call these notes, and they are named A to G. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. On the piano, the most important note to find is middle C. If you know where this is, then it will help you find all the others. When you put notes in different orders, you can get a song. Let's see which notes make up Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and you can play along at home. If you don't have a piano or a keyboard at home, don't worry, you can ask a grown-up to download a free piano app. The first line of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star uses these 4 notes: C, G, A, and G. And it sounds like this. Why don't you play with me? Good job. The next line is like this: F, E, D, C. Your turn. Fantastic. The third line sounds like this: G, F, E, D. And we play that twice. Ready? And the last 2 lines are the same as the first 2, so they go like this. Try it with me. When we put them all together, we get Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Story time!
Hi everyone, it's time to wind down our show with a mini-myth with Charlie. This one's from ancient Greece, and it's called Atalanta and the Golden Apples. Atalanta grew up deep in the wild. Raised by bears, she never met another man until the gods asked her to return home, all the way back to the city she ran. Her parents had become the king and queen and wanted her to find her happiness. They searched the land for someone she could marry, but she hated all of them. What a mess. None of the men who came respected her, and she got so upset at this disgrace that she shouted, "I will never marry until someone can beat me in a race." Hundreds of men came to take the challenge, desperate to prove that they were the fastest. But no one could beat Atalanta, and so it became a famous contest. Several groups came just to watch the races, among them a boy named Hippomenes. He soon fell in love with Atalanta, watching her race so fast with so much ease. Hippomenes was a lonely young man, but he wanted to make the world brighter. Caring little about what others thought, he was a lover, not a fighter. Hippomenes knew he couldn't beat her, and prayed to the goddess Aphrodite to help him find a way around her vow, and she was happy to answer his plea. The next day, the races began again. Hippomenes got up to make a stir, asking Atalanta's permission to take a chance and race against her. She laughed and agreed to the friendly man. "Okay, but I won't go easy this time." So Hippomenes and Atalanta prepared themselves at the starting line. Straight away, Atalanta was winning. She pulled ahead of him so easily. Noticing, he flung a golden apple into her path. It was the first of 3. Atalanta chased the falling apple and ran to catch it before returning, to easily take the lead again from Hippomenes, puffing and panting. Now halfway round the course, he threw again, the second golden apple from his pack. Atalanta knew his plan straight away, but still ran to fetch the new apple back. Now Atalanta pulled ahead again, and was close to winning the entire race, when Hippomenes threw the final one, praying that he wouldn't come second place. Atalanta smiled as she left the track, chasing the last apple as it fell. She let Hippomenes pass by her place, crossing the finish line with a great yell. She followed after him with the apple, pleased by the challenge he had given her. She agreed to his marriage proposal, and they were always happy together. The end.
Useful signs. Race. You try, race. Love. Your turn, love. Win. You try, win.